Just tomorrow I made a video about Nvidia's DLSS 3.5 and in that video I said that AMD needs to do something about their upscaling technology, and today AMD launched their new FSR 3. Now I won't go as far as say that this is a direct competitor of DLSS 3.5. No, it is not. It is aimed to compete against DLSS 3.0, and why I'm going to talk about that later. So first let's understand what is FSR 3. Well, FSR 3 is AMD's new super resolution upscaling technology, but this time AMD adding some new features to FSR and implementing those features in FSR in a very different way so that it can be super competitive to its competitor. So one of the biggest thing that's coming with FSR 3.0, and that is AMD's frame generation technology. And I think they are calling it fluid frame motion. And if you don't know what is frame generation technology, it is a magically creating frames in your games which doesn't exist there in the first place. But yes, it has its problem. In Nvidia's frame generation technology, they are simply calling it frame generation. There are some frames, or those generated frames sometimes can look blurry if the game engine is not optimized for it properly, or there are so many things that can happen to make frame look blurry mess, and Nvidia implemented it on game engine basis or per game basis, but in case of AMD they are doing it in driver basis. But if you update to their latest drivers, you will see that frame generation or a fluid frame motion, and you can enable it to use this feature. But all the things I'm saying, AMD haven't gave us a date that it's gonna come at this date and people will be able to try these features at this particular date. No, we haven't got any dates. They are still saying that it's coming soon. It was first announced 10 months ago, and now we are getting that coming soon thing. Now, until and unless the reviewers test these features, we can't say that FSR 3.0 is better than DLSS 3.5 or worse than 3.5. But where I think that these two technology differs from each other is the problem that they are trying to solve. AMD is trying to solve budget gamers problem, where people who use mid-tier or lower tier GPU, and by using FSR 3.0 they will be able to play newer titles in a much better quality. Now, also in that topic, AMD haven't disclosed the support of FSR 3.0. Yes, they have said they're gonna support their GPUs obviously, and they also said they're gonna support their competitors' GPUs, that means Nvidia's GPUs, but they haven't disclosed how far back they are willing to go. We will only know when they officially launch it to public. But as with AMD's launching scenarios, or how they have launched their products throughout these years, I won't be surprised FSR 3.0 is supported up to like RX 508. But as I've said, they are trying to solve problems for these gamers who have lower tier hardware. They want to play newer games in very enjoyable frame rates with enjoyable quality. And DLSS 3.5 is trying to solve a totally different problem, where they are trying to make ray tracing performance better, or ray tracing quality better, or when you are playing games in a DLSS 3.5, you will be able to use ray tracing, you will be able to get better quality in ray tracing, and at the same time you will be able to get better frame rates. And I can safely say people who use daily to daily basis ray tracing in their games, they have higher tier 2 flagship GPUs. So even though these two upscaling technologies are same, they are trying to solve two different problems, and that's the reason I think FSR 3.0 would be a much better suited competitor for DLSS 3.0 rather than DLSS 3.5. So even though still now I think that AMD is moving forward, AMD is going to give a better competition to Nvidia, but in native rasterization gaming performance, in ray tracing they are still lacking behind. And yes, they also launched their new GPUs. Those GPUs are greatly priced, have great performance, and in some games they perform better in ray tracing than their competitor. And I'm going to talk about those GPUs in upcoming videos, so don't forget to subscribe. And if you like this video, hit the like button, and if you haven't, well, you can hit the dislike. It's free, you can do it, but I won't suggest you do it, but you can do it. And don't forget to leave a comment. How do you feel about FSR 3.0? And there's Akash, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.